up in a phantom. I know I'm about to blow, oh, oh, why you dumb? They try to take my floor, I take their ass for ransom. I know that I'm gone. They see me blowing up, now they say they want some. I got two twin glocks, turn you to a dancer. I see two twin eyes, leave them on a banner. And I got two thick thighs, one of them is the gang, yeah.
Nothing smells like regret more than the smell of your own BO. Ugh, no thanks. That's why you deserve a deodorant that keeps you smelling fresh. Your one true Dove, aluminum-free deodorant.
Checkers and Rally's $4 unbeatable meal deal is getting glowed up.
Yeah, I rocked the drive-thru back in the day. Guess I still do.
Get yours with fries, drink, and dessert. Just $4.
Let's glow!
Only at Checkers and Rally's.
This is different.
It's the Kim Jong-un from the North Korea. Best dictator ever. Oh, yeah. I'd all the countries rise about a week ago. Everybody gonna stop, but I don't care at all. Little babies gonna cry cause they don't have no home. I put a shotgun to their face so they must call me Lord. I make kids sing and dance until I get bored. If they make mistake, I chop their arm off with a sword. I am rich, but I make sure that everyone stay poor. If the USA try me, we go to war. If you try to eat my food, then I will kill you. Put a target on your head, no one go near you. I will nuke your family, no one bereave you. Then I will feed you to the dogs, no one will hear you. Children, stop it, nuke it, no problem. Eat basket, robbing, with Dennis, robbing, shoot them, I'm laughing. Your homies, dropping, my army, popping. I'm hungry, with dumpling. What? I just go do what I want. Starving the children is fun. I kidnap your wife cause you dumb. I sold up your house, you a bum, and I don't even know how to swim or to run. But I'm gonna eat cake right in front of your mama. She begging for food, I might give her the crumbs. What? Take my shirt off, I have one bag. I am big bone, natural, I am not that. Ask me about a diet, I'ma tell you how, what's that? I will nuke the country if anyone goes on WhatsApp. I all the countries rise about a week ago. Everybody gonna stop, but I don't care at all. Little babies gonna cry cause they don't have no home. I put a shotgun to their face so they must call me Lord. Children, stop it, nuke him, no problem. Eat basking, robbing, with Dennis, robbing. Shoot them, I'm laughing, your homies, dropping. My army, popping, I'm hungry, with dumpling. Children, starving, nuke him, no problem. Eat basking, robbing, with Dennis, robbing. Shoot them, I'm laughing, your homies, dropping. My army, popping, I'm hungry, with dumpling. What?
I threw a wish in the well. Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I looked to you as it fell, and now you're in my way. I trade my soul for a wish, pennies and dimes for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this, but now you're in my way. Your stare was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing. Hot night, wind was blowing. Where you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number, so call me maybe. right at you, baby. But here's my number, so call me maybe. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number, so call me maybe. And all the other boys try to chase me, but here's my number, so call me maybe. Before you came into my life, I missed you so bad. I missed you so bad. I missed you so, so bad. Before you came into my life, I missed you so bad. And you should know that. So call me maybe. I threw a wish in the well. Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I looked to you as it fell, and now you're in my way. I trade my soul for a wish.
You can't stop this, I don't go slow. I might knock knock, say yo yo. Ain't no getting around and no figuring out. You gon' get lost on this showboat, it's on. I keep it moving.
Wow, you finally replied to a text message from 3 weeks ago. You deserve the sweet and tangy reward of a new prickly pear raspberry Whataburger from Whataburger. Thumbs up emoji.
An icicle treat for every small feat. What a burger.
There's only one beer left. Rappers screaming all in our ears like we're deaf. Tempt me, do a number on a label. Beat up all the MCs and drink them under the table like it's on me. Put it on my tab, kid, however you get there. Foot it, cab it, iron horse it. You leave it on your face, forfeit. Across the mic, hold it like the heat, he might toss it. Told her, tell him they stole it. He told her he lost it. She told him get off it and a bunch of other more shit. Getting money, DTs be getting no new leads. It's like he eating watermelon, stay spitting new seeds. It's the weed, give me some of what he drooping off. Soon as he wake up, choking like it was whooping cough. They grouping soft. First hour at the open bar and they trooping off. He went to go laugh and get some head by the side road. She asked him autograph her derriere red to wide load. This yard bird tastes like fried toad, turd, love villain. Take pride in cold words, crooked eye mode, nerd geek with a cold heart. Probably still be speaking in rhymes as an old fart. Study how to eat to die by the pizza guy. No, he's not too fly to skeet in a squeeze a eye, a squeeze a thigh. Maybe give her curves a feel the same way she feel it when he flow with nerves of steel. They call her super when they need their back plumbing fix. How is only one left? The pack coming 6. Whatever happened to 2 and 3? A herb tried to slide with 4 and 5 and got caught. Like what you doing, G? Don't make him have to get cutting like truancy. Matter of fact, not for nothing right now. You and me, looser than a pair of Adidas. I hope you bought your spare tweeters. MCs sound like cheerleaders, rapping and dancing like Redhead Kingpin. Doom came to do the thing again, no matter who be blingin'. He do it for the smelly hubbies. Seeds know what time it is, like it's time for Teletubbies. Few can do it, even fewer can sell it. Take it from the dude who wear a mask like a tarted helmet. He plot shows like robberies. In and out, 1, 2, 3, nobody's please. Run the cash and you won't get a wet sweatshirt. The mic is the shotty, nobody move, nobody get hurt. Bring heat like the boy done go on the wall. He came in the door and everybody on the floor. A whole string of jobs like we on tour. Every night, on the score, coming to your corner store.
I need to not pick up my phone. I'll go straight to airplane mode. Find something to do. I know I can be a little bit cold, but my third eye is going blind. I'm on a line with my body and mind. It's playing tricks. I say I'm fine, but really it's hurting me deep inside. Cause I've been dreaming about you. Ooh, I've been wishing that I was next to you. Oh, I've been dreaming of us. Oh, I've been thinking that this is not a need or a must, but love has
As you can tell, I was not created by GoDaddy Aero. It uses AI to create great-looking, totally pro logos in minutes. Like him. Now that's a horse. Me? Ugh. I look like a two-legged dog. A dog horse. I'm a Doris, man, who needs some dental work. Logo that actually looks.
I'm your old wiring. And while you're obsessing over shades of white, you're forgetting what's hiding behind your wall. And if you don't have the right insurance, well, paying for all this can burn through your savings. So get Allstate.
My kids can't hide anything from me.
I'm home.
Especially when they've been using toilet paper that doesn't hold up.
Charmin Ultra Strong has a diamond weave texture that's more durable. And it cleans better, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
About her and she knows it. I wanna let it take control, 'cause every time that she gets close, yeah, she pulls me in enough to keep me guessing. And maybe I should stop and start confessing, yeah. Oh, I've been shaking, I love it when you go crazy. You take all my inhibitions, baby, there's nothing holding me back. You take me places that tear up my reputation, manipulate my decisions, baby, there's nothing holding me back. There's nothing holding me back. There's nothing holding me back. She says that she's never afraid. Just picture everybody naked. She really doesn't like to wait. Not really into hesitation. Pulls me in enough to keep me guessing. And maybe I should stop and start confessing, yeah. Oh, I've been shaking, I love it when you go crazy. You take all my inhibitions, baby, there's nothing holding me back. You take me places that tear up my reputation, manipulate my decisions, baby, there's nothing holding me back. There's nothing holding me back. Our minds and we took it way too far. I know we'd be alright. I know we would be alright if you were by my side. When we stumbled in the dark, I know we'd be alright. I know we would be alright. 'Cause if we lost our minds and we took it way too far, I know we'd be alright. I know we would be alright if you were by my side. We stumbled in the dark, I know we'd be alright. We would be shaking, I love it when you go crazy. You take all my inhibitions, baby, there's nothing holding me back. You take me places that tear up my reputation, manipulate my decisions, baby, there's nothing holding me back. Oh.
shabbily.
We've got all the best mattress brands: Sealy, Purple, Beautyrest, Tempur-Pedic, and Ashley Sleep. Plus, choose between 10 new payment plans, all with no minimum purchase required. Choose from no down payment, no interest, and no credit options. And when you purchase a mattress from Ashley, you help donate a mattress to a child in need through our Hope to Dream initiative. Every child deserves to have a bed to call their own. Ashley has you and your sleep covered.
Wanted me, I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. What you do? Made a move, could've made a move. If I knew, I'd be with you. Is it too late to pursue? I bite my tongue, it's a bad habit. Kinda mad that I didn't take a stab at it. Thought you were too good for me, my dear. Never gave me time of day, my dear. It's okay, things happen for reasons that I think are sure. Yeah, I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. I wish I knew. Yeah, I wish I knew you wanted me. I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. Say to me, this good morning. I wish you wouldn't play with me. I wanna know. Can I bite your tongue like my bad habit? Would you mind if I tried to make a pass at it? Now you're not too good for me, my dear. Funny you come back to me, my dear. It's okay, things happen for reasons that I can't ignore. Yeah, I wish I knew you wanted me. I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. You can't surprise a Gemini. I'm everywhere, I'm cross-sighted. Now that you're back, I can decide if I decide if you're invited. You always knew the way to wow me. Fuck around, get tongue-tied. I turn it on, I make it rowdy. Then carry on, but I'm not hiding. You grabbing me hard, cause you know what you found is biscuits, it's gravy bag. Can't surprise a Gemini.
The finest luxury fragrances are now exclusively available at your local store. Unstoppable's unlimited collection makes everything smell
magnifique.
Luxury laundry scent feed so you can smell unstoppable.
Whether you're a professional technician or simply take pride in maintaining your own cars, Harbor Freight offers quality auto tools to meet your every need at prices that can't be beat. Harbor Freight, your automotive destination.
Where did you learn what it means to reciprocate? And how much can I be expected to tolerate? So I started to think about the plans I made the day unpaid, and you just can't call a spade a spade. I watched the moon, let it run my mood. Can't stop thinking of you. I watch you. So long, nice to know you. I'll be moving on. We started off in such a nice place. We were talking the same language. I open and I'm closing. You can't stand the thought of a real beating heart. You'd be holding, having trouble owning and admit that I am hoping. I watched the moon, let it run my mood. Can't stop thinking of you. I watch you. So long, nice to know you. I'll be moving on, moving
When I started Walton Goggins Goggle Glasses, I needed a website. Figuring out how to make one was pretty hard on the old noggin. But with GoDaddy Aero, I can just tell it what I want. And it uses AI to make a website so fast it pretty much blows my noggin. This is working. With a beautiful design that'll blow my customers' noggins. Which allowed me to focus my noggin on making more goggins to put on their noggins. Which were just metaphorically blown. Look like you know what you're doing at GoDaddy.com.
Hey, Nate. How's life? I don't know. It's all right. I've been dealing with some things like every human being and really didn't sleep much last night. I'm sorry. That's fine. I just think I need a little me time. I just think I need a little free time. Little break from the shows and the bus rides. Yeah. Last year I had a breakdown. Thoughts telling me I'm lost, getting too loud. Had to see a therapist and I found out something funny's going on up in my house. Yeah, started thinking maybe I should move out. You know, pack my car, take a new route. Clean up my yard, get the noose out. Hang up my heart, let it air out. I've been searching, what does that mean, Nate? I've been learning, grabbing my keepsakes, leaving my burdens. Well, I brought a few with me, I'm not perfect. Looking at the view like this concerns me. Picking up the cues right, I'm quite nervous. Hate it when I lose sight, life gets blurry and things might hurt me. It's probably gonna be a long journey, but it's worth it though. Cold world out there, kids, grab your coats. Been a minute, I know, now I'm back to Rome. Looking for the antidote to crack the code. Pretty vivid, I admit it, I'm in classic mode. Don't need pity given to me, but I can't condone. Talking down to me, I'ma have to crack your nose for cracking jokes. I'm looking for the map, the hope, you see that? They're making a whole lot of changes. Wrote a song about that, you should play it. I get scared when I walk on these stages. I look at the crowd and see so many faces. Yeah, that's when I start to get anxious. That's when my thoughts can be dangerous. That's when I put on my makeup and drown in self-hatred. Forget what I'm saying and where the beat go? Oh, ain't that something? Drums came in, you ain't see that coming. Hands on my head, can't tell me nothing. Got a taste of the fame, it'll pump my stomach. Throw it back up like I don't want it. Wipe my face, clean up my vomit. OCD trying to push my buttons. I said don't touch it. Now y'all done it. I can be critical, never typical. Intricate with every syllable, I'm a criminal. Intimate but never political, pretty visual. Even if you hate it, I'll make you feel like you're in it though. You call me what you want, but never call me forgettable. Leave you deep in thought, I can never swim in the kiddie pool. Waited, I've been thinking the cinematic is beautiful. Man, I don't know if I'm making movies or music videos. Yeah, the sales can rise, doesn't mean much though when your health declines. See, we've all got something that we trapped inside that we try to suffocate, you know, hoping it dies. Try to hold it underwater, but it always survives. And it comes up out of nowhere like an evil surprise. Then it hovers over you to tell you millions of lies. You don't relate to that? Must not be as crazy as I'm. The point I'm making is the mind is a powerful place, and what you feed it can affect you in a powerful way. It's pretty cool, right? Yeah, but it's not always safe. Just hang with me, this'll only take a moment, okay? Just think about it for a second. If you look at your face every day when you get up and think you'll never be great, you'll never be great. Not because you're not, but the hate will always find a way to cut you up and murder your faith. I've been developing, take a look at the benefits. Nothing to meddle with, I can never be delicate. My even relevant, that depends how you measure it. Take a measurement to back it up and give me the evidence. Pretty evident, dependable, can never be tentative. I'm a gentleman, depending on if I think you're genuine. Pretty elegant, but not afraid to tell you to get it. Grip proper etiquette, I keep it to myself when I celebrate. It's that time again. Better grab your balloons and invite your friends. Seatbelts back on, yeah, strap them in. Look at me, everybody, I'm smiling big. On a road right now that I can't predict. Tell me tone that down, but I can't resist. Y'all know that sound, better raise your fist. The search begins, I'm back, so enjoy the trip, huh?
With bugs, the struggle is real. That's why you need Zevo traps. Zevo works 24/7 to lure, catch, and kill 99.9% of bugs trapped for effortless protection. Zevo, people-friendly, bug-deadly.
Wow! You finally replied to a text message from 3 weeks ago. You deserve the sweet and tangy reward of a new prickly pear raspberry Whataburger from Whataburger. Thumbs up emoji.
An icicle treat for every small feat. What a burger.
Okay.
You live in my dream state. Relocate my fantasy. I stay in reality. You live in my dream state. Any time I count shit. That's the only time we make up. You exist behind my eyelids. Nah, I don't wanna wake up. 20, 20, 20, 20 vision. Cupid hit me with precision. I wonder if you look both ways when you cross my mind. I said I'm sick of chasing. You're the one that's always running through my daydream. I can only see your face when I close my eyes.
Can I get a kiss? And can you make it last forever? I said I'm about to go to war, and I don't know if I'ma see you again. Can I get a kiss? And can you make it last forever? I said I'm about to go to war, and I don't know if I'ma see you again.
Switch it up. I said, okay, my infatuation it translating to another form of what you call it. Oh yeah, I ain't met you, I've been looking, stopped the waiting for, I stopped the chasing like an alcoholic. You don't understand me, what the fuck do you mean? It's them rose to the cheeks, yeah, it's them dirt colored eyes. Sugar, honey, iced tea, bumblebee on the scene. Yeah, I give up my bakery to have a piece of your pie. Ugh.
20, 20, 20, 20 vision. Cupid hit me with precision. I wonder if you look both ways when you cross my mind. I said I'm sick of chasing. You're the one that's always running through my daydream. I can only see your face when I close my eyes. So
can I get a kiss? And can you make it last forever? I said I'm about to go to war. I don't know if I'ma see you again.
Ayo, let's take it back to them date. Counting sheep on say they hand afloat. Carpet with my baby mama, $8 profit from the coffee I poke. Rent a center calling every day. Nobody home, they knocking on the door. Now I skirt. The tours are only dream that I can afford. Now I roll through the
I ride to California, East Frog over goggles. I'm leaning out the window, OJ shining on me, Simpson shining on me. Slick surface flow, bro, off this world.
Run it. I rock, I roll, I blow, I grow, I glow. I rock, I roll. What you say? I blow, I glow, I glow. I rock, I roll, no, I blow, I glow, I glow. I rock, I roll. One more time, I blow,
Let's go.
With new Diamond Weave texture, Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better so you can use less.
I'm sorry, am I wrong? Mama, please don't you cry, I'm sorry. I just call sometime, I'll be home soon. It won't be long, I promise. I will be okay, just wipe those tears off of your face. I'm sorry, I won't right my wrongs, I'm guilty. Lord have mercy, please forgive me. Mama, please don't you cry, I'm shower, cold bath, cold food, cold slab only makes a cold heart. Cold shower, cold slab, cold food, cold bath only makes a cold. Mama, please don't you cry, I'm sorry. I just called sometime, I'll be home soon. It won't be long, I promise. I will be okay, just wipe those tears off of your face. I'm sorry, I won't right my wrongs, I'm guilty. Lord have mercy, please forgive me. Mama, please don't you cry, I'm sorry. Mama, please don't you cry, I'm sorry. Barbed wire, best friend became the barbed wire. Chains broken by the barbed wire. Tears dropping from the barbed wire. Barbed wire. Cold shower, cold slab, cold food, cold bath only makes it cold heart.
Bauer tools give you the confidence to take on challenging home projects. With hundreds of corded and cordless tools and accessories, Bauer is ready to deliver. Whatever you do it for less. Only at Harbor Freight.
I'm 2 days into college and I'm 3 lectures behind. There's this guy, let's name him Colin. He says he wants to be mine, but it doesn't really sit with me quite right, cause he doesn't really like the things I like, and I keep accidentally locking myself out of my dorm in the middle of the night. I wake up kinda wired and I wake up kinda cold, and I wake up kinda tired, but I'll just sleep in when I'm old. See, I don't like breaking rules, but don't like doing as I'm told, so I just float around and keep my head down and hope my life unfolds. And everybody's telling me that I'm doing so well. I try to trust them honestly, I find it hard to tell if I need work or I need rest. I try my best, I try my best to tell myself, I say out loud, it's fine, I'll figure it all out. I tend to forget I'm still only quite young. In a way, this life of mine has only just begun. I've got time, I've got time. I'm 2 days into college with a busy, busy mind. That guy that we named Colin, he's so handsome, he's so kind. My friends tell me I'm crazy, say I'll take it way too far, cause I told him that it's over, cause he doesn't play guitar. I'm only 2 days into college and my bedroom is a mess. There's just so much that I want to do that I have not done yet. There's just so much that I want to say in far too little breath. Oh, my mind, it runs so far away, it's easy to forget that to everybody else it looks like I'm doing so well. I try to see it honestly, I find it hard to tell if I've done wrong or I've done right. I need a good night's sleep tonight. They said go out, I said alright. I think I won't, I maybe might. I probably should just take it slow. I'll be all good, but God, I know the one thing that's important above everything else is to learn not to put all this heavy pressure on myself. I try believe it when I say if it's meant to happen, it'll happen anyway. I'll be fine. I've got time, I've got time. That's where I'm at, to be honest. Just 2 days into college.
Got the new iPhone 17 Pro, and Verizon picked up the tab on the best 5G network, baby.
No way.
Get the new iPhone 17 Pro.
I'm 2 days into college and I'm 3 lectures behind. There's this guy, let's name him Colin. He says he wants to be mine, but it doesn't really sit with me quite right, cause he doesn't really like the things I like, and I keep accidentally locking myself out of my dorm in the middle of the night. I wake up kinda wired and I wake up kinda cold, and I wake up kinda tired, but I'll just sleep in when I'm old. See, I don't like breaking rules, but don't like doing as I'm told, so I just float around and keep my head down and hope my life unfolds. And everybody's telling me that I'm doing so well. I try to trust them honestly, I find it hard to tell if I need work or I need rest. I try my best, I try my best, I tell myself, I say out loud, it's fine, I'll figure it all out. I tend to forget I'm still only quite young. In a way, this life of mine has only just begun. I've got time, I've got time. I'm 2 days into college with a busy, busy mind. That guy that we named Colin, he's so handsome, he's so kind. My friends tell me I'm crazy, say I'll take it way too far, cause I told him that it's over, cause he doesn't play guitar. I'm only 2 days into college and my bedroom is a mess. There's just so much that I want to do that I have not done yet. There's just so much that I want to say in far too little breath. Oh, my mind, it runs so far away, it's easy to forget that to everybody else it looks like I'm doing so well. I try to see it honestly, I find it hard to tell if I've done wrong or I've done right. I need a good night's sleep tonight. They said go out, I said alright. I think I won't, I maybe might. I probably should just take it slow. I'll be all good, but God, I know the one thing that's important above everything else is to learn not to put all this heavy pressure on myself. I try believe it when I say if it's meant to happen, it'll happen anyway. I'll be fine. I've got time, I've got time. That's where I'm at, to be honest. Just 2 days into college.
Somebody bailed your ass out.
At ViStar Credit Union, you inspire us to deliver on our promise to do good for our members
I've been staying inside too much lately. Probably contributes to my anxiety. Doctor says I need to get more vitamin D, so I take a supplement 2 times a week. If you got inside my head, you'd see there's no point in going to therapy. At least that's what I tell myself, cause I don't need another purchase added to my monthly fee. I'm doing fine, alright, okay. Sun keeps coming up each day. See it through my window shades. It's alright, just passing time. I'll watch it fade. Can't do too much anyways. In this small town, it away. I'm doing fine. I swear I'm doing Am I really fine, or am I just really good at lying? I don't really know lately. I've been on autopilot in my mind. Keeps me awake every single night. I stay up late. I don't know how to sleep when I'm overthinking every little thing. But I'm taking my pills and I'm paying my bills, so I still feel the same. Guess I'll play this guitar, hoping that tomorrow I can say that I'm doing fine. Alright, okay, sun keeps coming up each day. See it through my window shades. It's alright, just passing time. I'll watch it fade. Can't do too much anyways. In this small town, it away. I'm doing fine.
Guys, they found the old video of me getting arrested when I was drunk driving a few years ago, and today...
Officers Healer Stars, who turns a simple wellness check into a chaotic encounter.
I didn't do nothing. I remember this. It was one of the worst days of my entire life. And look, I'm so sorry for what I've done. I promise. I already served time, okay? Steak, you're too fat to drive. This has to be AI. No, this is not. Stop! Just.
Why'd you run that? Seeing that? Going 120? Yep. Lights. 237 on route, high speed. Continuing northbound.
Car pulled you over? No, sir. You were doing 15 over back there? Go ahead and keep your hands on the wheel for me. License and registration? All right, just stay put. Hey, stop the car.
Man, let me go. I didn't do anything wrong.
Why did you run then?
I panicked, that's all. I swear I didn't do nothing.
Keep your hands behind your back.
Steak, we have the leaked footage of you in the Discord server too? Okay, we'll watch those after this, but listen, okay? I need to explain why I was drunk driving, alright? Look, I'm sorry. It was an accident.
Come on, man. Just let me up. I didn't do anything. I didn't do nothing wrong.
Why'd you run then?
I got scared, all right? Please just let me go.
Stay still.
You wouldn't guess who it is. It's you two, boy. Huh?
No way. Yeah. I remember the whole police station was calling me YouTube boy. It was a pretty bad day, bro. And then wait a minute. Hold on. Enhance footage. Wait. Why am I low-key in the reflection of this car? Oh, wait, duh. This is totally real and not AI. This was my little brother, Jimmy. He was one of the cops that arrested me. That's why he looks so much like me in the reflection. This is not AI.
This whole thing is being blown way out of proportion. It was a misunderstanding.
Bro, if it's AI chat, then how did we get the photo of me in the county jail? If it's AI, then how is there a picture of me in the county jail? Guys, I was really drunk, and
Yeah, where to sit. Seats ours. Move.
Yeah, I remember that big guy in jail, chat. I remember him. One time, I dropped the soap. Okay. Never mind. Once.
Sorry, man.
He was in jail with me.
Problem. You sit. Seats ours. Move on. Sorry, man. Not here, rookie. Great.
Hey, bro, seats good here? Yes? No problem. You sit.
I remember XQC was in jail with me. I couldn't understand him though. He was talking about something. I didn't know what he was saying some stuff.
It is chill, okay? Nobody claiming.
Oh, it's raining. It's really wet out here, but I want to get a sesh. Whoa, ground's really slippery. Oh wait, I have an idea. Carpet boarding. Okay, that was kind of lame. Wonder why no one else is out here seshing the park. Kind of a lonely sesh. Well, at least it's a good time to practice my power slides. Woo! Longest one yet. Really hope this isn't ruining my skateboard. Oh no, my skateboard sounds waterlogged. Oh, and my bearings are bad now. Oh, it's so hard to land anything. Okay, my grip tape has no grip. I need to find a place that's drier. Okay, this is dry, but it's kind of gross. Finally landed something. Well, at least I don't have to take a shower when I get home. This slippery ground makes it really scary to drop it. Ah! Well, that's a new way of dropping in. Oh, falling sucks even more when it's raining. Since no one else is skating, does it mean I can finally hold my board like this? Oh, it's... Why don't skateboarders wear pads and helmets? People give skaters a lot of hate for not wearing helmets and pads, so here are 3 reasons some of us don't. But I think everyone should wear them because these reasons aren't worth permanent brain damage, starting with culture. A lot of skaters care about fashion and how we look, and sometimes the pads can kind of conflict with that. Culturally, if someone does the same trick down a stair set like this with pads and then someone else does it without it, they're actually going to be viewed differently for some reason. And when we see other skaters without pads, we unfortunately get peer pressured into not wearing them too. The next reason is that they're uncomfy. For skating, you actually need a lot of joint moving freedom and flexibility to do some tricks, and pads can kind of affect that. For tricks like this,
if you've wasted money trying deodorants that weren't for you,
Wait, where is it? It's missing again. Maybe you could even try super gluing your charger directly to the outlet. But somehow, some way, that charger will still end up getting borrowed, but never returned. This is a daily dilemma for millions, but not for those who've been lucky enough to discover the PermaPlug charger lock. Let me show you how it works. First, you'll simply remove your existing outlet cover, assemble your PermaPlug system, which includes locking cover, a dual fast charger, and up to 2 charging cables. Then you'll place the PermaPlug charger lock directly on your upper outlet, and then you'll screw it back in, and boom.
I do not deserve to rip you to pieces if you have sales. Do you have any?
I do. I have about $2,000 in sales.
Okay, I am now going to rip you to
in
pieces.
sales so far today. I have 456,000 in sales year to date.
I'm going to offer you $350,000. I would like 20%, and I'd like a royalty of $1 until I get paid back my money, because I think together it'll be a powerhouse.
To close a deal with you, Lori. Thank
Yay!
you. Wait, where is it?
Whoa, this is your room? Yep, it's bigger than my whole house. That's what she said. Ew. Sorry again about my brother. He's the worst. Would the worst brother bring you this? Dad's credit card? Not mine, and you can buy whatever you want with it. Wait, you guys have credit cards? Yeah, just for emergencies and stuff. Dang, all I have is leftover birthday money. Speaking of birthdays, it's almost my birthday month. Birthday month? Yeah, she's weird. Hey, language! Mom, what happened to your face? I got lip fillers, you like? I love. When can I get some? Maybe when you stop sharding. Hey! Brandon, be nice to your sister or I'm gonna ground you from your Xbox. And your laptop, and your 4-wheeler, and your cell phone. Wait, you guys have 4-wheelers? Yep, and a snowmobile. You guys have everything. I'm starting to wonder if there's a roller coaster out back too. No, but my dad was thinking about building one. Speaking of, is your dad home from work yet? Yeah, I think he's downstairs playing the golf simulator. Well, if he asks, don't tell him about the filler. Just say I got stung by a bee or something. Okay. So, you wanna watch a movie? Yeah. I can't believe you have a TV in your room. Doesn't everybody? No. God, you're spoiled. So, hey, Brandon, go make us. Whoa!
Guys, I think I'm actually falling for her. Okay, quick recap. Remember how my crush said she'd come to the talent show? She actually did. I swear I've never been that nervous in my life. My hands were shaking, my throat was dry, the lights were blinding. But then I saw her. She was in the crowd, phone in hand, smiling at me, and suddenly everything clicked. I forgot about the audience and judges. It was just me and her. I sang like I was singing only to her. After the show, I was backstage trying to process that I didn't mess up. Then she walks in, phone still in hand, cheeks pink, and says,
I think I have a new favorite singer.
I tried to play it cool and said, well, I owe you for cheering me on. She grinned.
I'll remember that.
I didn't think much of it, but later that night, while rewatching videos from the show, I get a text.
So, how about you pay me back with a walk?
I just stared at my screen, heart racing, typed and deleted my reply 3 times before finally sending, yeah, sure. When 10 minutes later, we were outside. Nothing fancy, just walking quiet streets, talking about random stuff, favorite songs, childhood stories, how we both secretly love ASMR. Every few minutes, we'd bump shoulders and laugh like idiots. Eventually, I walked her home. At her door, she smiled and said,
Today was really fun.
Then she hugged me. Not a quick hug. One of those slow, soft ones, where you can feel every heartbeat. Neither of us
saw this dog in Beverly Hills. It was like this big, and the guy was holding it in one hand. I was like, oh, this is a very manageable dog. I said,
My daughter's teacher called saying, why did you let her bring a knife to school? I was confused. She what? My phone started shaking in my hand, feeling like it might crack the screen from my grip. Bella threatened 3 boys with a knife at school today. How could you let your daughter do this? This didn't even feel real. I was already on the way to pick my kids up from school, but now I was panicking. How could Bella do this? A effing knife? She was the child who cried when she accidentally stepped on an ant. It must have come from our kitchen drawer, the one I thought was too high for her to reach. As soon as I got there, I saw her teacher and principal waiting for me, and instantly sensed the tension. Ma'am, get inside now. This is extremely serious. Bella cornered 3 boys in the bathroom with a large knife. Their parents are here, and they're considering filing assault charges against you and Bella. I couldn't believe it. Hey now, my daughter would never hurt anyone. How do I know you're not lying? But I saw it all in their face. She could have killed someone, one of the parents yelled at me, but I just wanted to get to my kids. Then I saw them, both Bella and my son Toby, crying. I hugged them, but before I noticed anything else, I saw dark red blood was on his shirt. What happened to Toby? I asked, moving toward him, but they didn't even acknowledge it. Right now, we need to discuss the weapon your daughter brought to school. I put my foot down. No, tell me what happened to him. Why is there blood? Then another one of the parents blurted out, hey, your ratchet daughter could have killed my son. Do you realize that? I couldn't believe she said that. But then Bella spoke up. Daddy, I had to protect Toby. They said they were going to hurt him really bad today. The bullies suddenly got quiet, their smug faces starting to look away from eye contact. What did they say? Bella took a shaky breath. They said they were hurting Toby every day, but now they were finally gonna put him out of misery. They were gonna corner him in the bathroom and make sure he'd never come back to school again because he'd be in a coma. I didn't know what to say. Toby's been getting bullied by these kids? Bella nodded, tears streaming down her face. That one mom kept going. That little liar has no idea what she's talking about. My son's a good kid. Toby probably deserved it or something. Besides, you can probably barely afford this school anyways. We'd be doing you a favor. Her teacher even started to get worried when she said that. She was practically digging her own grave, but I said, okay, how did Toby get blood on his shirt? Bella kept going. I took the knife from the sink this morning because they said they'd hurt him the bathroom today. I didn't want them to hurt Toby mommy. They were punching him when I got there, so I took out the knife and made them back off. They were punching him? I said, as the other parents suddenly got quiet. All 3 of their punk kids standing there without a scratch. Without saying a word, I just walked over to Toby and gently lifted his shirt for everyone to see. The gasps from everyone in the room were audible. His entire torso was a canvas of purple, yellow, and green bruises. His ribs were swollen on the left side. I dropped my phone, seeing my poor baby beaten by these kids. Oh my god, I said quietly. The teacher suddenly switched up. Hey, he might have broken ribs. We should probably get that looked at. I picked my phone up off the ground and opened the phone app. Hey, don't you dare, the mom said, but I wasn't having it. I started dialing. I'm calling the police, now, and an ambulance. When I told the dispatcher exactly what happened, they all grabbed their kids and left before they could show up and see the damage their kids had done. I found out that not only did they pull their kids out of the school, but one of them even got put up for adoption. My daughter's teacher called saying, why did you let her bring a knife to school? I was confused. She what? My phone started shaking in my hand, feeling like it might crack the screen from my grip. Bella threatened 3 boys with a knife at school today. How could you let your daughter do this? This didn't even feel real. I was already on the way to pick my kids up from school, but now I was panicking. How could Bella do this? A effing knife? She was the child who cried when she accidentally stepped on an ant. It must have come from our kitchen drawer, the one I thought was too high for her to reach. As soon as I got there, I saw her teacher and principal waiting for me, and instantly sensed the tension. Ma'am, get inside now. This is extremely serious. Bella cornered 3 boys in the bathroom with a large knife. Their parents are here, and they're considering filing assault charges against you and Bella. I couldn't believe it. Hey now, my daughter would never hurt anyone. How do I know you're not lying? But I saw it all in their face. She could have killed someone, one of the parents yelled at me, but I just wanted to get to my kids. Then I saw them, both Bella and my son Toby, crying. I hugged them, but before I noticed anything else, I saw dark red blood was on his shirt. What happened to Toby? I asked, moving toward him, but they didn't even acknowledge it. Right now, we need to discuss the weapon your daughter brought to school. I put my foot down. No, tell me what happened to him. Why is there blood? Then another one of the parents blurted out, hey, your ratchet daughter could have killed my son. Do you realize that? I couldn't believe she said that. But then Bella spoke up. Daddy, I had to protect Toby. They said they were going to hurt him really bad today. The bullies suddenly got quiet, their smug faces starting to look away from eye contact. What did they say? Bella took a shaky breath. They said they were hurting Toby every day, but now Now they were finally gonna put him out of misery. They were gonna corner him in the bathroom and make sure he'd never come back to school again because he'd be in a coma. I didn't know what to say. Toby's been getting bullied by these kids? Bella nodded, tears streaming down her face. That one mom kept going. That little liar has no idea what she's talking about. My son's a good kid. Toby probably deserved it or something. Besides, you can probably barely afford this school anyways. We'd be doing you a favor. Her teacher even started to get worried when she said that. She was practically digging her own grave. But I said, okay, how did Toby get blood on his shirt? Bella kept going. I took the knife from the sink this morning because they said they'd hurt him the bathroom today. I didn't want them to hurt Toby mommy. They were punching him when I got there. So I took out the knife and made them back off. They were punching him? I said, as the other parents suddenly got quiet. All three of their punk kids standing there without a scratch. Without saying a word, I just walked over to Toby and gently lifted his shirt for everyone to see. The gasps from everyone in the room were audible. His entire torso was a canvas of purple, yellow, and green bruises. His ribs were swollen on the left side. I dropped my phone, seeing my poor baby beaten by these kids. Oh my god, I said quietly. The teacher suddenly switched up. Hey, he might have broken ribs. We should probably get that looked at. I picked my phone up off the ground and opened the phone app. Hey, don't you dare, the mom said, but I wasn't having it. I started dialing. I'm calling the police, now, and an ambulance. When I told the dispatcher exactly what happened, they all grabbed their kids and left before they could show up and see the damage their kids had done. I found out that not only did they pull their kids out of the school, but one of them even got put up for adoption. My daughter's teacher called saying, why did you let her bring a knife to school? I was confused. She what? My phone started shaking in my hand, feeling like it might crack the screen from my grip. Bella threatened 3 boys with a knife at school today. How could you let your daughter do this? This didn't even feel real. I was already on the way to pick my kids up from school, but now I was panicking. How could Bella do this? A effing knife? She was the child who cried when she accidentally stepped on an ant. It must have come from our kitchen drawer, the one I thought was too high for her to reach. As soon as I got there, I saw her teacher and principal waiting for me, and instantly sensed the tension. Ma'am, get inside now. This is extremely serious. Bella cornered 3 boys in the bathroom with a large knife. Their parents are here and they're considering filing assault charges against you and Bella. I couldn't believe it. Hey now, my daughter would never hurt anyone. How do I know you're not lying? But I saw it all in their face. She could have killed someone, one of the parents yelled at me, but I just wanted to get to my kids. Then I saw them, both Bella and my son Toby, crying. I hugged them, but before I noticed anything else, I saw dark red blood was on his shirt. What happened to Toby? I asked, moving toward him, but they didn't even acknowledge it. Right now, we need to discuss the weapon your daughter brought to school. I put my foot down. No, tell me what happened to him. Why is there blood? Then another one of the parents blurted out, hey, your ratchet daughter could have killed my son. Do you realize that? I couldn't believe she said that. But then Bella spoke up. Daddy, I had to protect Toby. They said they were going to hurt him really bad today. The bullies suddenly got quiet, their smug faces starting to look away from eye contact.
Recently, a video of a house on fire went insanely viral, and the reason it blew up is actually hilarious. One neighbor saw it and called the fire department. Then another neighbor called, and another. By the end of the night, 5 different neighbors had called it in. But the hilarious part? The house wasn't on fire at all. It was an insanely realistic Halloween setup. Orange lights and a smoke machine. Legit the best decoration I've ever seen. Recently, a video of a house on fire went insanely viral, and the reason
I want to tell you about the brand new Mr. Beast Lab hybrids. These.
Why you be spamming makeup? I feel like you don't even need makeup.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, because I want to.
You just like it?
It's like a new thing I just really discovered like 4 years ago. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. And you get to research different products.
Right. Why you be spamming makeup? I feel like you don't even need makeup.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, because I want to.
You just like it?
It's like a new thing I just really discovered like 4 years ago. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. And you get to research different products.
Right. Why you be spamming?
Today, I had my first track practice and got absolutely cooked. I know you guys would see me win a lot of my high school track races, but it is not going to be like that in college. I pulled up with my friend 2 hours late because we had class, so we ended up just doing the workout on our own, but he took me through the warm-up routine because this is his 2nd year running college track. And technically, I was supposed to be showing up for practice for the past couple months, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to do track or not, and today I found out how slow I really am right now. Our workout was just some sprints at 90% speed, and I literally just forgot how to move my legs fast because it's been so long. We had 60 sprints, which doesn't sound that bad at all, but somehow I almost ended up throwing up by the end. We even put on our spikes for the last few, and I still got rolled by my friends even though our PRs aren't that far off. That was just the first part of the workout though, because next we had to head to the weight room where we did 3 sets of front squats and then moved on to shoulder press. Everything was just 3 sets and 8 reps, and we had to go super light. It was kind of embarrassing, but we finished off with some rows, and I don't even know how this helps, but our coach told us to do it, and I'm a good boy, I guess. But even though I got destroyed by this very light day of practice, I'll be back in shape in a few weeks, so follow for the journey. Today I had my first try.
Ever wonder how they get cars out of these super tight shipping containers? You might think they climb through the window like in the movies, but that's actually pretty rare because it can damage the car. The most common professional method? No driver at all. They use a forklift with a special boom attachment that carefully lifts the car by its wheels or frame and carries it straight out, completely damage-free. Another pro trick is using wheel dollies. They lift the car and let crews roll it out sideways with perfect precision.
The professor said my analysis of the novel was completely wrong. I wrote the book. I was sitting in the back row of Professor Whitmore's contemporary literature seminar at Trying to Stay Invisible. The classroom smelled like old coffee, and the fluorescent lights buzzed overhead while 20 students flipped through copies of The Drowning Season, my novel that had won the National Book Award 3 years ago. I'd enrolled in this graduate program under my legal first and middle name, Diana Ashford, instead of my pen name, Dia Mitchell. Nobody had connected the dots yet. I needed this. After the book tour madness and the constant public dissection of my work, I just wanted to be a student again, to hear what people really thought when they didn't know I was listening. Professor Whitmore was considered one of the leading experts on contemporary American fiction, and I was genuinely curious about his interpretation of my work. That curiosity was about to cost me everything. Professor Whitmore stood at the front of the class, holding up his marked copy of my book like it was evidence in a trial. What Mitchell fails to understand about her own protagonist is that Eleanor's drowning obsession isn't about trauma, it's about feminine hysteria. He said this with such confidence, such absolute certainty, that several students nodded and started taking notes. My pen froze on my notebook. I'd spent 2 years writing Eleanor's character, basing her fear of water on my own near-drowning experience at age 12. Every single scene was deliberately crafted to show how trauma reshapes your relationship with the world. Whitmore continued, pacing now, getting into his rhythm. The author clearly intended this as a metaphor for female weakness, the inability to overcome irrational fears. It's almost Freudian in its simplicity. A girl in the front row raised her hand and suggested that maybe the water symbolized Eleanor's attempt to reclaim her power. Whitmore laughed, actually laughed, and said, "That's a very undergraduate reading, Melissa. We're past surface-level interpretations here." I raised my hand slowly, my heart pounding so hard I thought everyone could hear it. Whitmore glanced at me with mild interest, probably wondering why the quiet student in the back was suddenly participating. "Yes, Diana." I cleared my throat and kept my voice steady. What if the drowning obsession is actually about PTSD? The text specifically mentions Eleanor's childhood incident in chapter 4, and throughout the book, her reactions align with trauma responses rather than hysteria. Whitmore's expression shifted from interest to condescension in about 2 seconds. He set the book down on his desk and crossed his arms. "I appreciate your enthusiasm, but you're conflating the character's backstory with the author's thematic intent." Mitchell herself has said in interviews that the book is about the human condition, not some personal trauma diary. He was quoting an interview I'd given to a magazine that had completely twisted my words. I'd actually said the book explores how personal trauma is part of the human condition, but they'd edited it to sound more pretentious and vague. But what if the interview was misrepresented? I pushed back, trying to keep my tone academic and neutral. If you look at the structure of the narrative, every water scene is triggered by specific sensory details that mirror trauma flashbacks. That's not hysteria, that's clinically accurate PTSD representation. Whitmore actually rolled his eyes. He walked closer to my desk, and I could see other students shifting uncomfortably. "Diana, I've been teaching this novel for 2 years. I've published 3 papers on Mitchell's work. I've interviewed her twice for academic journals. I think I understand her intentions better than a first-semester graduate student who's reading the book for the first time." The classroom went dead silent. My face felt hot, and I knew I should just drop it, but something in me snapped. "What if you're wrong about what the author intended?" Whitmore's jaw tightened. "I'm not wrong. Mitchell is a talented writer, but like many young female authors, she doesn't fully grasp the literary traditions she's working within. That's not an insult. It's an observation. The text speaks for itself, regardless of what the author thinks she meant." The girl next to me, Priya, leaned over and whispered, "Just let it go. He's like this with everyone." But I couldn't let it go. And that's when things got out of control. The rest of the story is linked below or on my channel. The professor said my analysis of the novel was completely wrong. I wrote
The professor said my analysis of the novel was completely wrong. I wrote the book. I was sitting in the back row of Professor Whitmore's contemporary literature seminar at Riverside University, trying to stay invisible. The class next to me, Priya, leaned over and whispered, "Just let it go. He's like this with everyone." But I couldn't let it go. This man was teaching my book wrong, was telling students that my carefully crafted representation of trauma was actually about female weakness and hysteria. He was literally using my work to reinforce the exact stereotypes I'd been fighting against. Whitmore moved back to the front of the class and pulled up a slide on the projector. Let's look at chapter 12, where Eleanor refuses to get in the boat. Mitchell writes this scene with such melodrama, such excessive emotional reaction, that it borders on parody. A stronger writer would have shown restraint, would have trusted the reader to understand the symbolism without all this hand-wringing. He read a passage aloud in a mocking tone that made my chest tight with anger. That chapter had taken me 6 months to write. I'd rewritten it 43 times trying to capture the exact feeling of panic, the way your body refuses to cooperate when you're triggered, the shame of knowing you're being irrational but being unable to stop it. After class, I sat in my car in the parking lot for 20 minutes, hands shaking on the steering wheel. I pulled out my phone and called my agent Beth, who answered on the second ring. "Diana, how's the graduate school experience?" Her voice was bright and warm.
All right, the boundless, the foes, and finally, the mighty. The gates are open. Let the chaos begin.
Get ready, people. This dazzling arena has been reimagined by CNS to test our contestants to their limits.
You're ready to peel into Vault 1.
Relocating.
warm, completely unaware of the storm I was about to unleash. I told her everything, my words tumbling over each other, about Whitmore's interpretation and his condescension and how he was teaching my book as an example of female hysteria. Beth was quiet for a long moment, and then she said, "Diana, honey, this is why I told you going back to school under a different name was a bad idea. You can't control how people interpret your work, even when they're wrong." I knew she was right, but it didn't make it hurt less. She suggested I either reveal my identity or transfer to a different class, but both options felt like giving up. I'd paid for this semester, I'd earned my place in this program, and I wasn't going to let Whitmore's ego drive me out. That evening, I sat at my kitchen table with my original manuscript notes spread out in front of me. I'd kept everything from the writing process: character sketches, research on trauma responses, interviews with therapists, pages and pages of my own journal entries about my near-drowning experience. I photographed each page systematically, building a file of evidence proving Whitmore's interpretation was objectively wrong. My cat, Gatsby, jumped on the table and knocked over my coffee mug, sending brown liquid spreading across my notes. I grabbed paper towels and started blotting frantically, watching the ink blur on pages I'd written 5 years ago. Some of the damage was irreversible, but I'd already taken the photos. I uploaded everything to a secure cloud folder and labeled it Drowning Season, Author's Intent Documentation. Then I opened my laptop and started drafting an email to the department chair explaining the situation. I wrote and deleted it 4 times before closing my laptop in frustration. How do you prove you're the author without sounding insane or attention-seeking? The next class session, Whitmore announced we'd be doing group presentations on different chapters of the book. He assigned me to Chapter 18, the climactic scene where Eleanor finally confronts her fear. My group consisted of 3 other students: Priya, a guy named Austin who never spoke, and Kayla, who treated every class like a TED Talk audition. We met in the library that afternoon to divide up the work, sitting at a table surrounded by floor-to-ceiling bookshelves. Kayla immediately took charge, announcing she'd handle the introduction and conclusion because she was really good at big-picture stuff. Priya offered to research the critical reception of the chapter, and Austin mumbled something about making slides. That left me with analyzing the actual text, which was perfect.
Writing a book is hard.
I spent the next week dissecting my own writing, pulling out every deliberate choice I'd made, every callback to earlier scenes, every carefully constructed metaphor. I wrote a 15-page analysis that basically proved Whitmore's entire interpretation was built on misreading the text. When we met again to combine our sections, Kayla read my analysis and frowned. "This is really good, Diana, but it contradicts everything Professor Whitmore has been teaching us. He's going to think we weren't paying attention." She started highlighting sections of my work that disagreed with Whitmore's lectures, suggesting we tone down the criticism and align more with his framework. I watched her red pen cross out my explanations of Eleanor's trauma responses, my careful documentation of how the text actually worked. Priya caught my eye and gave me a sympathetic look, but didn't say anything. Austin was on his phone, completely checked out. I took a deep breath and said, "What if Whitmore's framework is wrong? What if there's evidence that the author intended something completely different?" Kayla laughed and closed her laptop. "Diana, no offense, but you're not going to out-analyze a professor who's literally published books on this stuff. We need to give him what he wants if we want a good grade." She wasn't wrong about the grade part, but everything in me rebelled against presenting a false interpretation of my own work just to satisfy Whitmore's ego. That night, I drove to the bookstore where I'd done my first reading for The Drowning season 4 years ago. The owner, Margaret, had been one of my earliest supporters, and she'd turned her shop into a haven for local authors. I found her in the back office doing inventory, surrounded by stacks of new releases. When I explained what was happening at Riverside, Margaret listened carefully, and then pulled out a worn copy of my book from her desk drawer.
Don't raise dragons right off the bat. For new players, at the start of the game, don't rush to raise dragons. You might get a powerful dragon at the beginning, but early resources are limited, and raising dragons consumes a lot of resources.
I've sold over 300 copies of this book, Diana. I've heard you read from it, watched you answer questions about Eleanor's journey. That professor doesn't know what he's talking about. And then pulled out a worn copy of my book from her desk drawer. What was happening? I found her in the back office doing my earliest supporters, first read interpretation of my own work just to satisfy Whitmore's ego. That night, I drove to the bookstore where I'd done my first reading for The Drowning season 4 years ago. The owner, Margaret, had been one of my earliest supporters, and she'd turned her shop into a haven for local authors. I found her in the back office doing inventory, surrounded by stacks of new releases. When I explained what was happening at Riverside, Margaret listened carefully, and then pulled out a worn copy of my book from her desk drawer. I've sold over 300 copies of this book, Diana. I've heard you read from it, watched you answer questions about Eleanor's journey. That professor doesn't know what he's talking about. She opened to a dog-eared page and showed me margin notes in different colors, annotations from a book club that had discussed it last year. Their interpretations were so much closer to my actual intent than anything Whitmore had said. Margaret offered to write a letter to the university confirming my identity, but I wasn't ready for that nuclear option yet. I needed to try one more time to make Whitmore understand through the work itself, through undeniable textual evidence. Our group presentation was scheduled for the following week. I spent every spare moment refining my section, adding quotes from trauma researchers that aligned with Eleanor's behavior, finding patterns in the text that Whitmore had completely missed. The morning of the presentation, I woke up at 5 a.m. with my heart racing and couldn't get back to sleep. I made coffee and rehearsed my part over and over, trying to sound confident and academic rather than desperate and defensive. My phone buzzed with a text from Beth asking how things were going. I sent back a simple "today's the day" and 3 crossed fingers emojis. She responded with, "Remember, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. You wrote a brilliant book regardless of what one professor thinks." But I did need to prove it, at least to myself, that I could defend my own work on its own merits without pulling the "I'm the author" card. I wanted the analysis to stand alone, to be so airtight that Whitmore would have to acknowledge he'd been wrong. The presentation started smoothly enough. Kayla did her introduction with practiced confidence, hitting all the points Whitmore loved about authorial distance and literary tradition. Priya presented the critical reception, carefully choosing reviews that aligned with Whitmore's interpretation, while quietly including a few that didn't. Then it was my turn. I pulled up my slides and started walking through the textual analysis, showing how Eleanor's responses to water matched clinical descriptions of PTSD, how the narrative structure deliberately mimicked the non-linear nature of traumatic memory. I could see Whitmore's expression changing as I presented, his arms crossing tighter, his jaw clenching. When I finished, there was a long pause. Kayla jumped in quickly to transition to Austin's part, but Whitmore held up his hand. "Wait, Diana, are you suggesting that I've been teaching this novel incorrectly for 2 years?" His voice was sharp and the whole class seemed to hold its breath. I met his eyes and said as calmly as I could, "I'm suggesting there's textual evidence for an alternative interpretation that aligns more closely with trauma theory than with concepts of hysteria." Whitmore stood up from his desk and walked to the front of the room, positioning himself directly in front of my group. This is exactly the problem with contemporary literary criticism. Students think they can cherry-pick quotes and force a reading that suits their political agenda, rather than engaging with what the author actually wrote. He turned to the rest of the class like he was performing for them. Mitchell's novel is clearly working within a tradition of feminine Gothic literature where women's fears are metaphors for larger societal anxieties. To reduce it to a simple trauma narrative is to miss the entire point of the work. I felt my hands curling into fists at my sides. But what if the author has explicitly stated that the book is based on her own trauma? My voice came out sharper than I intended. Whitmore's eyes narrowed. Authors are notoriously unreliable narrators of their own work. Death of the author, Diana. I'm surprised you haven't encountered that concept yet in your studies. He turned back to the class and continued talking like I wasn't even there anymore, dismantling my analysis piece by piece while my group mates stared at their shoes. After class, Priya pulled me aside in the hallway. That took guts, But you know he's going to tank our grade now, right? She wasn't angry, just resigned, like this was an inevitable consequence of challenging Whitmore's authority. Austin walked past us without making eye contact, clearly annoyed that our presentation had turned into a confrontation. Kayla stopped to say, "I warned you, Diana. Now we're all going to suffer for it." She wasn't entirely wrong. 2 days later, our group grade was posted online, C-. The comment said our presentation showed promise but ultimately failed to engage with the text on a sophisticated level, instead relying on reductive psychological readings that missed the literary complexity of Mitchell's work. I stared at that grade on my laptop screen, feeling a mix of anger and vindication. The anger won out. I opened a new document and started typing an email to Professor Whitmore, requesting a meeting during his office hours. If he wanted to discuss sophisticated textual analysis, I'd give him more than he bargained for. Whitmore's office was exactly what you'd expect. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, a massive wooden desk covered in papers, and a window overlooking the campus quad. He gestured for me to sit in the small chair across from his desk, positioning himself in the larger leather chair that made him look like he was presiding over a trial. "Diana, I appreciate your passion for the material, but your presentation revealed..."
Cause once upon a time you were my everything. It's clear to see that time hasn't changed a thing.
First off, those teeth can cause some issues long term, and second, you guys have no chill in the comments, like for real. I mean, somebody said, donate some to Bevo, and another person said, bro, pack some extras just in case. But seriously, your over-the-line comments don't change the fact that what he's got can actually cause some jaw issues later in life, and here's why. So first off, a lot of people were saying, does this person have hypodontia? Is he missing teeth? And the answer is actually no. If you see him open his mouth, you can see the two laterals are actually pushed back, hiding behind. And that's because when we have the process of losing our baby teeth and permanent teeth come in, if we don't have enough room for the permanent teeth to come in, they either come out in front, which is a snaggle tooth, or they come in behind in the palate or roof of the mouth. In his case, he didn't have enough room for those lateral incisors to come in, and they came in behind. Want to learn more cool, amazing stuff about?
When I took my little brother to the park, a woman yelled, "Give me my son back. That's my baby. That's my Thomas," she screamed, pointing at my 6-year-old brother Jack coming down the slide. I stepped between them because this woman looked unhinged, eyes wild, hands shaking, reaching past me, trying to grab him. "Ma'am, you're confused."
Prison doctors. What is the most absurd thing you've seen? I've been a prison doctor for 11 years and thought I'd seen every trick in the book. Inmates faking seizures to get extra meds. Guys swallowing batteries to get rushed to the hospital. One dude even pretended to be allergic to his own sweat. But nothing prepared me for the day Curtis Bennett tried to fake his own death. Curtis was 29, doing 5 years for armed robbery. Decent guy most of the time, kept his head down. But he had one problem that made prison hell for him. Severe claustrophobia. Like couldn't be in an elevator for 10 seconds level bad. So when he got into a fight with another inmate over a card game and the warden threw him in solitary confinement, it was basically torture for him. Solitary is a 6x8 concrete box. No windows, one metal bed, a toilet. That's it. Curtis lasted exactly 36 hours before his first panic attack hit. The guards found him hyperventilating, clawing at the walls like a trapped animal. They called me down at 2 in the morning. I gave him something to calm down, tried to talk to the warden about moving him, but the rules were clear. Violent infractions meant minimum 7 days in the hole. By day 3, Curtis was having panic attacks every few hours. We were sedating him almost nightly just so he could sleep. I felt awful for the guy, but there was nothing I could do. Prison rules aren't exactly flexible. Then on day 5, everything changed. It was a
My wife announced, "I'm getting my tubes untied. My ex wants kids now, assuming I'd raise them." I said, "Follow your heart." Then I filed for divorce and froze my assets. Her lawyer called me 2 hours after the surgery. I'm 44. Denise is 41. We were married 12 years, together 15. No kids by mutual choice. 5 years in, she got her tubes tied. I supported it, drove her to the surgery, made her soup during recovery. We built a quiet, stable life. Paid off house, vacations, plans to retire early. I thought we were good. Then 3 weeks ago, pasta night. She puts her fork down and says, "Trevor reached out. He wants kids with me." Trevor, her ex, dumped her 16 years ago for a girl barely legal. I raised an eyebrow. She smiled. "I've been thinking of getting my tubes untied." I blinked. "You've been talking to him?" "For a few months. Just catching up. Nothing physical." She giggled like that made it better. Then she drops it. "He wants to try again. Start a family. He's between jobs, though, but we can afford it." "We? You make good money. The house is almost paid off. It'd be our family. Let me get this straight. You want to have Trevor's babies. With my financial support? He'd be like a fun uncle," she says. "We'd raise them together. You want me to raise your ex's kids while he plays Pinterest dad on weekends?" "You're being weird about this," she snapped. "This could be beautiful." No joke, she went on about modern families and new beginnings. I sat there like I was being punked. I said, "Follow your heart, Denise." She lit up. "You'll support it?" "No," I said. "I'll support you doing what you want." Without me, the smile vanished. Next morning, she's Googling clinics like it's brunch reservations. By Thursday, she slides a credit card authorization form across the table. "Just need your signature." "For what?" "The reversal surgery. It's $9,000. I'm not paying for that. It's our money. For you to have Trevor's babies?" "No, it's not." She starts screaming. Accusations of financial abuse. Her sister called, furious. Her mom texted, "This is part of marriage." Nope. Instead, I called my lawyer and financial advisor. By Friday morning, shocking, day of the surgery, I had filed for divorce, froze our joint accounts, rerouted my paychecks, canceled joint credit cards, changed my life insurance beneficiary. 2 hours after her surgery, her lawyer calls. You froze everything? She spent 10 grand to get pregnant with her ex's baby. Yeah, that's cruel. She's in recovery. So am I, from stupidity. Saturday, Trevor drops her off. Doesn't even come inside. She's sore, limping, finds divorce papers on the table, screams like a banshee. You can't do this. I just did. She tries the ATM. Declined. Tries ordering dinner. Declined. How am I supposed to eat? You've got loan money. Use that. She cried. Called everyone. Sunday, they all show up. Trevor, her sister, her mom, even Trevor's mom, who I've never met. You're abandoning her. She abandoned reality. Trevor steps in. You're threatened. You're unemployed. I'm disgusted. He says, I love her. Then pay for her. I'm between opportunities. You're between delusion and homelessness. She tried to get the house. Claimed it was for the future kids. What kids? I asked. We're trying. Judge goes, while still married to him? She says, yes. Judge. Request denied. She screams. Again. She moved Trevor into my house. Changed the locks. I filed an emergency motion. Got her evicted in 48 hours. Moving day, full meltdown. She tried to take my 75-inch TV. Said she needed it for her comfort. Trevor tried to carry my sound system out. A cop I hired told him to put it down. He did, real fast. Then she tried to take my grandma's antique dining set. I need it for the babies. There are no babies. There will be. Then Trevor can buy furniture. She cried. Again, said I was heartless. You wanted to raise another man's children and expected me to fund the fantasy. She screamed. Trevor tried to flex. I stared him down. He backed up like a scared poodle. A week later, she showed up at my work. Security called me down. She looked rough. Unwashed hair. Same hoodie from 3 days ago. I'm pregnant. With Trevor's baby? Yes. Congratulations. We need help. No, you need a reality check. You could still be a father figure. I laughed so hard the security guard covered his face. Then she begged, please, don't leave me like this. You left me the second you picked Trevor. She stormed off. 2 weeks later, not pregnant. Her sister told me. Said she got her period and sobbed for 3 days. Trevor? Gone. Took $5,000 and bounced. Left a note. Need to find myself. She called crying. He left me. I have nothing. You picked him. She sent a Christmas card. Photo of her beside a sad tree. Thinking of better times. I didn't reply. She wanted to follow her heart. Cool. It led her to a 1-bedroom apartment, a maxed out credit card, and 0 Trevor. My wife announced, I'm getting my
Okay, just focus. You got this. What was that noise? Hello? I should go check it out. Wait, why did I come down here again? No, come to me.
Thank God.
Who's here?
It's not what it looked like.
Dude, are you robbing me?
Yes? Now give me all your money.
Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. I gotta pay my rent. I'm so overdue. Hey, have you seen my laptop anywhere?
This one? I'm keeping it. And give me all your money.
Oh, right, you're robbing me. I don't have any cash, dude. No, I do. I found 20 bucks in my laundry.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I had them here somewhere. I should fold these, yeah. I gotta get better at folding my laundry.
Can you focus on what's happening right now?
Wait, what was I doing here?
I'm trying to rob you. Focus.
Right. Money. I don't have cash. Do you have Apple Pay?
No. This isn't a game. Give me your money. What's happening?
No Apple Pay. Okay, I swear I had 20 bucks in here. Ooh! Oh my God, have you tried these? They're so good. You gotta try them. I just feel like I gotta stop procrastinating, you know?
I don't even know why I'm here right now.
Same, dude. That happens to me all the time. Wanna play some Mario Kart? Okay, just focus.
What happened when your parents found out you were rich? My parents believed social media was a waste of time that would destroy my future. After I started getting 100,000 views on TikTok at 16, they made me delete everything. Kids who chase internet fame end up as failures, Dad would lecture. They get famous for nothing, make no real money, have no skills. We're saving you from embarrassment. They monitored my phone, blocked all social apps, made me focus on school instead. At 18, I worked at Target for $12 an hour while my deleted account had built a following I couldn't touch anymore. My friends thought I was insane. Just make a new account, they'd say. But defying my parents meant getting kicked out, losing college support, maybe getting disowned entirely. That's when I discovered I could create content anonymously. Started with $80 for my Target check, bought a cheap camera, created a faceless YouTube channel about personal finance tips, never showed my face, just screen recordings and my voice. First month, 50 subscribers, second month, 2,000. By freshman year of college, I had 400,000 subscribers and brand deals worth $15,000 monthly while my parents thought I was studying in the library. I got creative hiding it, opened a business LLC using my campus mailbox, had all checks deposited to an online bank they didn't know existed, kept contract paperwork in a locked drawer inside my dorm desk. My room looked normal, but I had $85,000 sitting in accounts they couldn't see. Why do you need new headphones? Mom would ask. Those work fine. Target doesn't pay enough for luxuries, Dad
Dad would add, save for emergencies. Meanwhile, I had enough to pay off my student loans in cash, but I kept taking out loans, kept driving my beat-up Honda, kept wearing cheap clothes, kept up the act. Everything changed spring break of sophomore year. I came home early from campus with the flu. Both parents' cars were in the driveway. Weird for 11 a.m. on a Wednesday. But when I walked in, both of them were at the kitchen table with a laptop open, crying. What's wrong? Dad tried to close the laptop, but I saw the screen. Foreclosure notice. Your mother's hours got cut, Dad said. They're downsizing her department, and your father's company is relocating, Mom added. He either moves to Texas or gets laid off in 6 months. That night after they went to bed, I checked our family finances that I'd been locked out of since high school. They'd remortgaged the house twice to pay my college tuition. They'd been covering my rent, my meal plan, my textbooks, all while both their incomes were dropping. The spreadsheets showed they'd already emptied their emergency fund, already maxed out 2 credit cards. The house payment was 3 months behind, and there at the bottom was an email draft. They were planning to ask me to drop out, move home, work full-time to help with bills, but they hadn't sent it yet, probably trying to figure out how to word it. The next morning at breakfast, they acted normal. Mom talked about her garden. Dad complained about gas prices, both pretending we weren't months from losing everything. I need to tell you something, I said. They exchanged worried glances, probably thinking I was dropping out or pregnant. I went to my room and came back with everything. My laptop showing my YouTube channel, printouts of brand contracts, bank statements, all of it spread across the same table where they'd been crying yesterday. What is this? Mom's voice was barely audible. My channel, I said. The one I've been running for 2 years while you thought I was wasting time on social media. Dad clicked on my channel. His face went white as he saw the subscriber count. 847,000 people. But you deleted your account. I made a new one. Just never.
Okay.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Oak Street.
Is turn left at the sign. Go 3 blocks, veer right, then make the second left.
Thanks.
Who was Abraham Lincoln's vice president?
Hannibal Hamlin, then Andrew Johnson, who became president after Lincoln was assassinated. Your target heart rate should be 137 for about 20 minutes. IU has about 32,000 undergrads, while Notre Dame only has 8. Hi, I have the information for you about Tupperware. If you want to call me back, I'll be here till 5.
Why are my parents getting a divorce?
He turned to the wisdom of the ages.
Why do people get divorced?
We're not getting divorced.
Your mom and I aren't really fighting.
It's for work. Some couples rush into marriage without really thinking about the pros and cons. Others just grow apart. In the case of Scarlett Johansson and Ryan Reynolds, it was distance and egos.
Thanks, but I actually came to tell you I misheard my parents. They're not getting a divorce. They're getting me a horse.
Arabian or quarter horse? Because Arabians need a much bigger paddock.
People raised in toxic households, what happened when you finally spoke your mind? I was 20 when I finally lost it. My whole life, I'd been the family punching bag. My dad called me soft. My mom blamed me for her anxiety. My 3 sisters just copied whatever they said. If I asked for help with homework, they'd...
If you use this sound, a big YouTuber will comment on your video. Don't believe me? Then try it yourself. If you use this sound, a big YouTuber will comment on your video. Don't believe me? Then try it yourself. If you use this sound, a big YouTuber will comment on your video. Don't believe me? Then try it yourself. If you use this sound, a big
This pretty girl always gets 0 points on her exams. But she doesn't care at all, because this school doesn't compete on grades, but on looks. Every student has a beauty ranking on their phone, clearly showing everyone's position. The top 10 students get to stay in a presidential suite and have their own personal servant. Those ranked lower face discrimination everywhere. As a result, becoming beautiful has become everyone's aspiration. One day, a transfer student named Anna arrives at the school. Everyone believes Anne's arrival is a threat. Only the class monitor, Anna, didn't think so. She believed that and had a scar on her face, so Anne would never pose a threat to her. To help and get familiar with the school environment, Anna, who was ranked 10th, took her to the Princess Building. Only the top 10 students were eligible to enter this place, and others could only enter once. Anna reminded Anne to eat more. After hearing this, Anne smiled slightly. She slowly took out the chocolate and began to eat it. Seeing and eating the chocolate, Anna thought she didn't know the school's rules yet, because chocolate contains a lot of fat. Eating it frequently can easily lead to weight gain. For this reason, Anna dared not eat in, but seeing and eating it with such relish, she couldn't resist and took a bite. It was precisely because of that one bite of chocolate. The next morning, a huge pimple appeared on Anna's nose. Anna was so scared that she panicked instantly. She tried to squeeze the pimple, but the next second, the pimple burst. It was precisely because of this pimple on her face that her ranking dropped. The newly transferred student, Annie, became the 10th most beautiful girl in the school. She heard that eating sweets causes pimples, so Anna immediately thought of Annie's chocolate. Anna blamed everything on Annie. At lunchtime, Anna entered the high-end restaurant as usual. but she forgot that her ranking was 11th. She was immediately stopped by 2 staff members, despite Annie's enthusiastic invitation to come.